Mayfield to throw on the first play. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Cousins now from the 50. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's a toss right side with White. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 73 yards. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line.
Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw in this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He completes it right side to White. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Looking for Cade Otton that time.
And it's third down.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down.
Obviously searching for their first touchdown this game. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
Taken in at the 22. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne.
That one good for 37 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Amazing how Jefferson makes first downs like that look routine, isn't it? He's off to the greatest start by a receiver in NFL history. Set records for most catches and yards in a player's first 3 seasons and led the league in both last year.
Here's Madison running on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking and the offensive.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
In motion left, Godwin. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, why we look at the defense? They came in prepared, have excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Going to run with Madison again. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg, rolling to his right. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 50 yards. And the Bucs get a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. This goes out wide from Madison. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Gets past one man. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. This one caught by Osborne, right side. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
First down, here's White. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go right back to White here on first down. He's got it to the 43 here.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. Play fake. Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On third down, Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Now back to the ground game with White. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. In motion left, Godwin. Now Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan
It's a new season, so both these coaching staffs are likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
132 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Oh, you know, that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Now here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the
rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works, and the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
They go play action. Mayfield out to his left. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now Mayfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's pulled in at the 32. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. White, he'll try the left side. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin.
And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mayfield on play action. He'll buy some time right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Waste of time.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's get in that end zone, boys. Let's count it up.
To throw is Cousins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple.
Opting to run again here with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks.
And Madison hit, and the ball pops free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Moving inside the 20.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
158 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Joe Tryon showing in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They keep it on the ground. White again.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 1st downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jordan Hicks able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Third and long for Mayfield.
Otten brings it in over the middle.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They go with White on the counter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bucs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Cousins to throw.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Cousins throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Here's Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Cousins.
Complete to Addison on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Extra point attempt to come here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Point after here coming up. And they have got the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they were just hoping for something to go their way. A tip ball, a penalty, anything to get them within shouting distance of field goal range. But now, with the clock where it is, this is going to take something close to a miracle to pull this one out.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both